It's the National Football League on EA Sports, where we'll see two of the NFL's oldest and most storied franchises. It's the Chicago Bears and the Philadelphia Eagles under the lights on Thursday night.
Philadelphia is known for having some very vocal fans, and nearly 70,000 of them are letting their voices be heard already. Welcome inside Lincoln Financial Field. Hi there, everybody. Thanks so much for joining us. You picked a fun one to tune into. I'm Kate Scott, joined by former NFL quarterback Brock Huard. And we've got two quarterbacks here, Brock, who are known for playing a very exciting brand of football. Not just throwing the rock, but taking it themselves, too.
Yep, these are two of the guys who really epitomize the direction that this position's going in the modern NFL.
Yep.
Pocket passers, they'll have their place. They always will. But a lot of teams look to somebody like this as the default. A great passer, but someone who can also mix in plenty of rushing yards and keep that defense honest.
Jake Elliott is out and ready to kick this one away. And we're underway from Philadelphia. Devin Duvernay to return it. And a decent return ends as they bring him down inside the 30. So out come the Bears, ready for their first possession. And they're brought out by a player with immense expectations and promise in the league. He was picked first overall in 2024 out of USC, Caleb Williams.
Caleb was one of the most hyped prospects ever out of college football, and I'm not speaking out of turn or any hyperbole there. It's why he was the #1 pick. And you put on his highlight reel, Kate, you can put that highlight reel against anybody the last 50 years. The way that he creates and extends plays, the ways that he can run and still sling it totally off platform and off balance all over the field. He also does it with a flair and eccentricity that is unique and really not common coming into the league as well. A superstar in the making.
A 19-yard pickup, and that's going to move the chains.
Kate, when you watch the combine, you'll watch guys try to make this throw. And without chemistry, it's so hard to execute. That was picture perfect. That's a QB and receiver on the same page, because that route, that deep out to the field, that takes just a different level of connectedness.
And he pushes this down to the 42 before going down. They'll take that kind of passing from the rookie out of USC. He gets him the first. Working from the gun, Williams. Brought in right side by Moore. And he's going to be brought down at the 35-yard line. Second and 3 now. Out of the pistol, Williams. Fires right away, but incomplete. Just couldn't find Romadunze there. So now they have 3rd and short.
Hey, I know nobody's perfect, and all you have to do is listen to me and how many words I screw up. But you certainly expect those throws of that length to be 100%. They've got to be borderline automatic in this offense.
Sticking in the air, it's Williams. Complete beyond the marker. And this is down to the 28 before the defense halts it. That's good for 7 yards. And that's a Chicago first down. Now here's DeAndre Swift on the ground. And he's into the front for a gain of about 2. Eight yards to go. Let's see how they approach this second down. To throw is Williams. Pass caught, 9-yard line. And they catch up to him, but not until he's got a huge gain and a first down. They got 24 yards on the play. And that gives them 1st and goal.
Now here's a spot where the timing's got to be absolutely perfect, Kate, between the quarterback and the receiver. That throw is made before that receiver's ever thinking of coming out of his cut. Too early, it's incomplete. Too late, and it's headed the other way.
Too far out of the back of the end zone it goes, incomplete.
Just something off in the rhythm of their passing game on that one, Kate. Time to recalibrate and keep throwing it to get back on track.
So the incompletion on first, here's 2nd and goal. Swift. And the defense gets there to force a small loss.
This is one of those plays that I wish we had the huddle mic'd up, Kate, because I can assure you that offensive line in their own way is telling that running back, sorry, we did not give you any chance.
So now, here's 3rd and goal. Out of the gun, here's Williams. Getting out to his left. And he has the Chicago touchdown! The Bears finish up an excellent opening series. Caleb Williams, the touchdown! What an outstanding opening series, partner. They just wore down that defense as they marched their way to the end zone.
Yeah, it took a whole bunch of that opening script to find a touchdown, but it showed just how well designed that script was. It was the right sequence of plays to keep that ball moving and find the end zone while getting your offense established and into top gear right here early on.
Now Cairo Santos on to add the PAT. Right down the middle, it's good. And the Bears will jump out to a 7-0 lead. Santos has it all teed up and ready to send this away. Kickoff taken at the 3. And this drive will start inside the 25. So here are the Eagles now for their first drive. They're led out by an incredible score through the air and on the ground. He was picked 53rd back in 2020. It's Jalen Hurts.
Kate, it's not often that we talk about quarterbacks having a nose for the end zone in football. It's usually reserved for the running backs. But Jalen Hurts has changed that conversation. He has so much power, so much strength. You get him into the short yardage situations or around the goal line, he finds a way to get in. But it's not just there. He's got a deep ball that's the envy of many. He's elevated his teammates around him. And he's got a skill set that I know a lot of quarterbacks would sure love to have.
And he's up to the 35-yard line as they reel him in. And that one goes for a gain of 11. And that's good for an Eagles first down.
You'll often hear it said, in my life experience, it's true, the NFL is a game of matchups, so much more than any level. And these tight ends, we see it time and again, are such a matchup nightmare down the field.
Oh, he lost the football. And this is going to be a turnover. The defense forces the big play.
You know, this just can't happen on first down. It really can't. I mean, ball security is at a premium on every down, every distance. But on first down, it is especially a killer.
Back out comes the Chicago offense for their second drive. And the turnover puts them right back out there. Just a few plays since they scored that touchdown.
Well, they didn't get much time to rest, but guess.
So just like all touchdowns, all turnovers also reviewed, and they want to take another look at this one. All right, so we all know what we're looking for here, Brock. Where did an elbow, maybe a knee, something touch down? And as it does, is the ball loose at that point?
Yeah, throw in forearm, wrist, shin. There's no question the offensive guy's screaming something hit the ground while the defense is hoping it didn't.
So the review saves them a turnover. He was, in fact, already down when the ball came free. They'll come to the line here, 2nd and 9. A play fake, now Hurts to throw. That's caught, it's Saquon Barkley. It's a pickup of 11. And that's a Philadelphia first down.
It is so hard for these defenses. I don't envy them at all to try to monitor where these running backs are. Are they chipping? Are they delaying their route? He's such an underrated part of their overall passing game.
First and 10, ball set up at the 48. Hurts now from the gun. Pulled in by Dotson along the sideline. It's a pickup of 14 yards as the chains reset.
They've run this 12-yard out route, Kate, at the combine, well, all the way back to last century when I had to throw it. In this throw, this is a big boy throw. This is a differentiator.
We're going to get a challenge here. The Bears do not agree with that last call. So what we're all looking for here, did he secure the catch and maintain it while also getting both feet down?
Yeah, this is why it's a perfect look. This is why teams scout body control and field awareness for these pass catchers. For moments like this. He did not have much margin for error, and it happens oh so fast.
All right, so that challenge is unsuccessful, but still a chance to earn a third one if their next challenge leads to an overturned call. New set of downs for him at the 38. First and 10, here's Hurts. And a man is there to knock that away. Jahan Dotson, the intended receiver. And we'll see what they do here on second down.
And you ask a lot of your defenders on that field. It is not easy to play defense in today's NFL. Not only stay in their assignment's hip pocket, but to make plays on the ball as it arrives. He was challenged with an intermediate throw, and he swatted it away with ease.
He had it for a moment, but a great defensive play to jar it loose. Incomplete.
You know, the goal on a lot of these short throws is to simply let the receiver create some yards after the catch, that yak. Well, I think he was thinking about the yak before he actually secured the catch.
Last pass unsuccessful, and they have third down here. Hurts throwing again. And he's there to knock away the pass and force a fourth down.
Any DB prefers a highlight reel interception to just forcing an incomplete pass. But as soon as he realized a pick wasn't possible on the play, well, he gets his hands on it and made sure it wasn't completed.
So on fourth down, on comes the Eagles kicker, Jake Elliott, for the try. From the right hash, 55 yards out. And this one had a brief chance, but not a good kick in the end. He misses it. And the deficit stays at 7.
He was hitting from that distance pregame. Heck, we were on the field watching it, and they were confident he could do so again. Just did not work out this time around.
The Bears offense out there for their second drive of the contest. And they take the field exactly where they want it to be, Brock. Up a touchdown early and with the home crowd a little quieter than normal.
I'm not going to lie to you, Kate. I think most quarterbacks, competitors love playing on the road when they do just this. Just quiet them. Right? Turn them against their own team. They were quiet after that opening touchdown. You score another one, they're going to start to murmur, and we might even hear a few boo birds.
Here's Swift to start the drive. And he has enough room to gain about 4.
That is just a good, solid run right there. I know, that's pretty basic commentary, but sometimes football can be basic. It keeps you on schedule. That kind of yards per carry, and you move the sticks.
2nd and 6 coming up here. Staying grounded with Swift. And this almost ended worse, but he gets a yard out of it. Zach Bond with the tackle. Just 1 yard on the play, though. That leaves him with third down and 6 to go. Williams from the gun. Short pass caught by his tight end. And he's going to be across midfield, close to the 45 before going out.
Here we go. Here's one of those game situations that just puts a smile on my face because I can think from Pop Warner to the NFL. Everybody on the field thinking the same thing. Can we go for it? Can we get one more shot as you end up just short on that third down?
Punter takes the field on 4th down, and he sends this one flying. The Eagles and Saquon Barkley ready to take over once again. They left a few on the table there last time out, Brock, settling for a field goal try that missed the mark. Drive starts out with a 1st and 10. They'll start this series with an option left. And he's swallowed up in the middle, no gain on the run. Sent to the ground by Kyler Gordon. No progress on 1st down, and that'll bring up 2nd and 10.
Absolutely no fear in his game. Even one of the smaller defenders out there, he isn't afraid to go charging into all those linemen and dish out some physical play himself to make that stop.
Anticipated the quick staccato pass there. It's knocked away, incomplete. He was looking for A.J. Brown there. And things look tougher now with 3rd and long.
Well, I'll tell you what, if you can't get the pick, at least make sure a catch isn't made. That's the job of every defender out there, and he made sure that one wasn't completed.
On 3rd down, it's Hurts. He puts some air under this one, deep right. He's got it at the 30. It's a Philadelphia touchdown. The Eagles reach pay dirt for the first time this game. Saquon Barkley, the touchdown. So the back does the work that time, Brock, taking it in for the touchdown.
Yeah, a running back in space can be an awfully dangerous weapon on a football field. Whether that's a designed route to him, a check down, you see what can happen, what kind of damage the elite running backs in this league can do.
Now Jake Elliott on to attempt the extra point. Extra point sent right down the middle. And the Eagles tie this game 7-7. Elliott's all set for the kickoff. Tyler Scott now to return it. Finds some space, he's past the 30. And they'll start this drive in good position, a little shy of the 40. Here come the Bears, back out on offense. First down now, ball at the 39-yard line. Now an inside handoff to Swift. He gets it ahead, winds up with about 3. Sidney Brown in on that stop. Give him a few yards on that run. It's 2nd and 7. Going to run again with Swift. And he's brought down for a loss.
You know how we hear about teams and quarterbacks avoid targeting a stud quarterback, just throwing away from him? Well, maybe they should avoid running it anywhere near this guy. He's having no issue stopping these plays cold.
A less than ideal 3rd and 8 here. Williams will look to throw. Has his man, it's Odunze. And he's tackled after getting this to the opposing 46. Pickup of 12 on that play. And that's good for a Bears 1st down.
Well, there's a time to be a little finessey with the football, put a little touch on, and then there's time to put your arm into it and let it eat. Throw it right through your target's chest. This one, Well, that one right there was the latter. Smart to make a fastball zing in before anyone could undercut the curl route.
First down throw by Williams. Connects on the crosser. And they finally bring him down, but that is a big gain and a new set of downs. It's a 30-yard play, Brock, and they've got a fresh set of downs. We've arrived at the end of one on Thursday night. Both teams neck and neck so far. We'll return to the link right after this. Welcome back. Second quarter about to start. Bears with a chance for at least 3, possibly 6. First down, here's Swift. And not much for him there. He's down to the 15-yard line. Only 2 yards, and it brings up 2nd and 8. Now Williams has his man, it's Smythe. And that will not be enough for a first down.
You've heard that very common term in draft vernacular called catching radius. Let me tell you, as a quarterback, you love tight ends on drag routes because that catching radius for such a big target, then you see him, you eye him, and there's a comfort level between QB and tight end to make that connection.
This one's caught. And he'll get them enough for a first down. And that's going to be brought in. Touchdown, Chicago! The Bears take a second quarter lead. DJ Moore, the touchdown. Well, they definitely wanted to get that one out quick, Brock. They did just that, and it ends in 6.
We hear it all the time, but it is so true, Kate. This is a game about matchups. And when you see a throw that quick, it really was determined pre-snap. It was great design and tremendous execution.
Santos now for the extra point. The point after splits the uprights. And the Bears break that tie and now lead by 7. Santos has it all teed up and ready to send this away. Here's Avery Williams on the return. And this return gets to the 30 before he stopped. The Eagles returning their offense and this running back to the field. And he sure has proven to be a handful for them, grabbing their attention as a runner, but actually doing a good bit of damage as part of the team's passing game, too. First and 10 now from the 30. Shotgun snap for Hurts. Able to find Dotson here. Gets it ahead, has about 5 yards. That tackle made by Tremaine Edmonds. Everyone's prepped. It's second down now. Operating from the gun, here's Hurts. That pass complete to Goddard. And he's out of bounds just past, looks like, the 40-yard line. A 5-yard gain on the play. And that's good for an Eagles first down.
You get this big old dude like him in the slot, it's an automatic mismatch advantage. You're trading a little bit of speed, sure, but you sure do get a lot of size. And anytime he's in the slot, you got to assume the ball's going his way.
They run it with Saquon Barkley. And they sent it straight ahead, but the front stops him after a gain of 3. Second down now, 7 to go. Motion man left is Brown. Here's 2nd and 7. And he won't escape. The Bears take him down. And that pushes them back. 3rd down coming up.
Even from the booth, Kate, I could hear it. I could hear that front 7 telling the guys on the back end, hey, all I need is a couple seconds of lockdown from you guys, and I'm going to get to this QB. You promise that you deliver? And that's exactly what they did, wasted no time in getting that sack.
The Bears into the nickel for 3rd down. Hurts setting up to throw. He'll dump this one off to his running back, complete. And he'll go down, it will say right at the 39-yard line.
Awareness. Kate, you hear me and so many others talk about it a lot with quarterbacks, but it's critical for every unit on a football field. And for the defense right there, to have an awareness of knowing where the marker was and to make sure that completion wasn't going to move the chains.
And the fair catch secured here at the 16. The Bears and Caleb Williams running out for their next drive. No return on that punt. And it's going to be Bears football. Offense ready to begin this drive. 1st and 10. A handoff left for Swift. And he'll be met near the line to limit the gain to a yard. Zach Bond with the tackle. Just a gain of 1, and that brings up 2nd and 9. Running behind center with Swift. And once again, he doesn't manage much before getting brought down. A gain of 2 follows up a gain of 1, and now they're left with 3rd and 7. Working from the gun, Williams. And he just gets rid of this one, but unfortunately, that means 4th down coming up.
So often, so many of these games in the NFL, well, they come down to a play or 2, and 3rd downs are critical. Whether it's in a close game or already out of hand.
They're on to punt. And some textbook work covering that punt. It is stopped after almost nothing on the return. Call that a booming 56 yards in the end. And the Eagles will take possession. First and 10 from the 41. Hurts to throw. They left him wide open. It's complete. And he breaks into enemy territory before being stopped on a huge gain.
You know, Kate, we often talk about flipping the field in special teams, right? A kick return, a good punt. Well, an explosive play like that does the exact same thing. Look at the difference in field position. By hitting on that shot, you've totally flipped the field and the tone of this drive.
Thinking touchdown here after that big play. We've got 1st and 10 from the red zone. Working inside the red zone. This throw is caught. And it looks like he went out of bounds right at that 7-yard line. A nice pickup of 11 there, Brock, and they'll have first and goal to figure out. They're going to run with Barkley. And the power play up the gut only results in 2 yards.
Okay, all right. There's a little progress on first and goal. You keep it safe, you push a little closer, and now you're set up for what you want to do on second down.
Second and goal coming up, 5 yards to the end zone. Here's Hurts. And no one had a shot at that. It's out of the back of the end zone, incomplete. That throw doesn't lead to 6. And that brings up third and goal.
QBs, well, they're a lot like the great shooters in the NBA. Hey, listen, sometimes you're going to miss. You just got to shake it off and keep shooting away.
Buckle up, it's third and goal. Now Hurts. Buys time, rolling right. And he scores! It's a Philadelphia touchdown! The Eagles can tie it up in the second after cutting into the lead. Jalen Hurts with the touchdown. Wow, great work there by the quarterback. The play broke down, didn't really have much of a choice other than to escape and improvise, and in the end, Brock, the best call he could have made.
Yeah, and you can do it in different ways in today's NFL, right? The Tom Brady's just recently retired. He did it with his brain. He did it with his mind, but you've got to be able to improvise, as you said. You got to be able to create when a play breaks down, and when you can put 6 on the board, man, does that infuse your offensive group with confidence.
Point after added on by Elliott. And the Eagles tie things up at 14. Elliott's all set for the kickoff. Scott now to return. And in the end, he's able to get it to what used to be a touchback. It's at the 25 after the return. The Bears about set for their next possession. Their last drive didn't make it very far before they had to punt it away, partner. So hopefully this one has some better legs to it. They'll get this drive started. First and 10. Out of the shotgun, a give to Swift. And he drives that front backward on a gain of 4. It's the 2-minute warning now from the link. And it's the Bears with second and 6. From the 29. Finds his running back, DeAndre Swift. And they catch up to him, but not until he's got a huge gain and a first down. They pick up 20 yards there. And that's a Chicago first down.
Got to be a pretty good actor. Got to be pretty good at selling to that defense. That's a drop-back pass. When you get a big play on the screen like that, boy, it's choreography by everybody on that offense.
Chased out to his right. He can run it. And he wisely avoids contact, sliding down there, and that played good enough for a first. 16 yards on the play. And that's good for a Bears first down.
As long as these are the results he's getting, they're going to be just fine with him calling his own number. He does such a good job of seeing the field and knowing when it's his time to take it himself.
Swift hauls it in. And he'll head out of bounds after a short gain.
It may not look like much on the stat sheet, but this is kind of good on good. An offense gets a completion, not going backwards, and a defense, well, they rallied, they pursued, and kept that screen to a minimal gain.
They'll come to the line here, 2nd and 9. Out of the gun, here's Williams. Has the connection to Adunze. And he gets down to the 24 before he stopped. They come through with a nice gain of 10 and a first down. Bears trying to get everyone set. They're going quickly here. Williams to throw on first. Has his man, it's Swift. And he works this to the 15 before they make the stop. Timeout Chicago. It uses its second. And they still have one in their pocket for what's left of this half. Nice spot here for the offense. It's 2nd and 1. Stick it in the air. It's Williams. The throw is caught. Touchdown, Chicago! So, Brock, this offense starting to find its rhythm a bit as they finish things with a touchdown there to give them the lead.
And the key word there that you said is finish, because you want to have that mindset, even early in the game, that field goals aren't going to cut it. So that's great work to make sure they finish with 6 points.
Santos now for the extra point. Right down the middle, it's good. And the Bears break that tie and now lead by 7. Santos has it all teed up and ready to send this away. Fielded at the 7. And he's going to make this to the 28 before going down. The Eagles setting out their offense one last time in the first half. Not a whole lot of time left for him to put something together here before the break. It's 1st and 10 for their final drive of the half. We've got 23 seconds remaining. They'll motion him out of the backfield left. From the pistol, Hurts. Has him on the quick hitter. And he crosses the sideline a yard or two beyond, it looks like the 30.
Hey, Kate, you know this from covering the Seahawks, calling their preseason game. When Pete Carroll was there, if he said it once, he said it 100 times. Stay on top, stay on top, stay on top. You'll give up a short little out route like that, but just stay on top of the deep threat.
From the 32. Barkley's got it. And he's going to bring it up to the 40-yard line before he stopped. They'll come up 1st and 10. Hurts now from the gun. Goddard makes the catch. And they're going to bring him down just on the other side of midfield. Philadelphia going to spend its second timeout. And they still have one in their pocket for what's left of this half. First and 10 from a yard shy of midfield. Hurts throwing again. This one finds Goddard. And they get there to take him down right around the 41. Jake Elliott out to put up 3 for the Eagles. This from the right hash and a considerable distance. And this kick is good. He needed to get all of it there, and he did. And it's dropped back down now to a 4-point game.
Well, he moved past that earlier miss pretty quickly here, Kate. Nice to see that. And now he can carry a little momentum with him to end this opening half.
Well, Brock, barring the touchback, this kickoff should run out the half, so better make that return good as it's away. And he opts not to bring this one out, so they're going to enjoy some good starting field position from the 30. One last play before the break. Looking to throw. Forced out to his right. They connect on the deep shot. And he's going to be brought down at the 35-yard line. So we've reached halftime with the visiting Bears in front. Now we'll send you down the East Coast to our studios in Orlando. Jonathan Coachman and the EA Sports Halftime Report.
All right, Kate, sit tight. We'll get back to you and Brock in just a moment. But for now, this is our halftime report. Both of these offenses had their share of high points in that first half. Each team had some big moments, and it would seem this could turn out to be a game where the last score wins.
All right, thank you, Coach, and we are back and about set to begin the second half. The first half controlled by the offenses, Brock. Let's see if the defenses can take over in the second half. We're underway. Has this at the 6. Coverage team gets him down at the 26-yard line. The Eagles and quarterback Jalen Hurts ready to go once more on offense. And on that last drive, Brock, he crossed a notable threshold in passing yards for the season. Always nice when you can reach one of those plateaus to look back on after the year's over. They're out and set, 1st and 10. Starting on the ground here with Barkley. And he gets it forward to steal about a yard out of that. That was Montez Sweat who took him down. Only gets a yard there to make it 2nd and 9.
I've talked to running backs over the years, Kate, and the transition from the college game to the pro game. They'll tell you, there's just times in the NFL you got to run into darkness. You run into a lot of bodies. Perfect example of that on the first down play.
Here we go, 2nd and 9. Short pass brought in. And it's good yardage, but they tackle him short of the sticks. Third and just 2 to go. They'll empty the backfield and motion him out. Here he is to throw on 3rd and 2. Makes the grab in bounds left side. And he's tackled after getting this to the opposing 46. It goes as a gain of 19 yards. And that's a Philadelphia 1st down.
I'm not sure how this defense let that guy slip through him like that. On 3rd down, nonetheless, he took that snap as an opportunity, and man, did he make an impact play.
New set of downs for him from the 46. 1st down, a run with Barkley. And he's tackled for a short gain. He gets a couple on 1st, and they'll come up 2nd and 8. Hurts. Able to find Dotson here. And they're going to haul him down a step before the 30, right at the 31. It's a 13-yard play, and that's enough for the first. Operating from the gun, here's Hurts. Taken in by Smith. And he gets him around 6 there. That tackle made by Tremaine Edmonds. After a good pickup, they've got 2nd and 4. Shotgun snap for Hurts. Into traffic, complete. And he gets this down to the 13-yard line. It's a gain of 12 there. And that's good for an Eagles first down.
You know, I'm really not sure if that was an intentionally brave play to challenge double coverage or just simply not seeing the two defenders. Either way, what a tremendous throw and catch that earns some momentum.
Escapes the pocket. He's running with it. And he's going to score. Touchdown, Philadelphia! The Eagles take the lead right away in half number 2. Jalen Hurts with the touchdown. His 3rd total score this game. At this distance, a very dangerous player on any pass play because, Brock, as he's scanning the field to throw for the end zone, he's looking for an avenue to run it too.
Okay, this is exactly why it's never been harder to play defense in the NFL. The precision and the execution in the passing game, the efficiency has never been better. But then when you do cover it up, you got guys like this who can scramble and make you pay with their legs.
Extra point up and good by Elliott. And the Eagles push their lead to 3. Elliott's all set for the kickoff. Here's Duvernay on the return. And it's a nice return here. They'll tackle him shy of the 35. The Bears ready for their next series, led out on offense by their quarterback. And this is some quality film review right here. Look at this. Couple of touchdowns, good amount of yards, too. He's been moving them down the field like only he can, putting together quite the game for himself in the process. Ball at the 33 for first down. Working from the gun, Williams finds him over the middle. He's corralled after a modest 4-yard gain. Zach Bond with the tackle. Second and 6 coming up here. On the ground with Swift. And they limit the damage just a few yards on that gain. Zach Bond with the tackle. Let's see what they went with on third down. On the carry, it's Swift. And he's dropped just short of the marker, maybe a yard away. Chicago brings out the punting unit. Torrey Taylor will kick this away. And he finally gets a hold of one here. This is hit far. And he's getting nothing on that return. They wrap him up almost at the exact spot that he fielded that punt. The home team's headed back out on offense. Their quarterback returning to the field now. And he has continued to own this defense and keep on throwing that football, partner, making this performance one that he's going to remember, but as you like to say, the defense would probably rather forget. And the drive will start out with a 1st and 10. Shotgun snap, they're going to throw. Pocket isn't holding up, they're able to drop him. And the big play drives them backwards. 2nd down coming up.
His name goes on the stat sheet for that sack, but it's the coverage who truly earned it. They go to dime coverage to shut down any type of pass, and everybody in the secondary doing their jobs, tying up the throwing lanes until they could get home to the quarterback and bring him down. That is the epitome of a coverage sack.
Trying again, following the sack. Defender arrives right as the ball does, and the hit knocks it free. Incomplete.
As a defense, you got to see the pass. You got to time up your hit, and you got to jar that ball loose. Not a lot of offensive players are hanging on to that one through a well-placed hit.
No connection on the last play, and now it's 3rd down. Back to throw, Hurts. Completed over the middle. And he reaches the 17-yard line as he's hauled down.
Feet and eyes, Kate. Feet and eyes. They so often tell the story of every position on the field. When that quarterback's feet and eyes move to his secondary read, and so often it's a tight end, well, it's incumbent on that defense to fly to the ball. You want to make that tackle, force the 4th down? It took a great defensive effort to do it.
Punt team is on now, and they get this away. And he hauls it in right near the 40-yard line. We don't get a return out of that punt. And they're going to take over possession. The Bears offense now heads back out to the field. They were only on the field for 3 plays their prior series, Brock. Let's see what changes they make to take over here. The Bears with some nice field position as they get set. 1st and 10. This is Swift. And hopefully a bit of a wake-up for their ground game. It's a solid pickup there on the play. He managed 6 on the play, bringing up 2nd and 4.
They'll come away happy getting that type of output on most run plays. It's a sign that they're getting some good push up front, and this running back is seeing the lanes and paying them off.
Second and 4. That one's cut along the left sideline. And this is down to the 28 before the defense halts it. Give him 24 on that play. And that's a Chicago 1st down.
Time and again, receivers will tell their quarterbacks, just give me a chance. Just give me a chance. Just throw it up and give me the opportunity. Well, in this case, with even 2 defenders trying to cover that wide receiver, couldn't get it done.
First down throw by Williams. Cut for big yards on the right side. And they get this down to the 12-yard line before being stopped. That's 16 on the pickup. And that's good for a Bears 1st down. Swift gets it, going left. And their struggles on the ground continue as he's tackled after a small gain. Manages just a yard on 1st down. Now it's going to be 2nd and 9. Running with Swift out of the gun. And he got it real close, but stopped just about a yard or so shy of that 1st down.
You make that call to just give yourself a fighting chance on 3rd down, Kate. Take at least a little bite out of the big meal between them and the 1st down marker. And that should make this upcoming call a little less daunting.
3rd and a lone yard coming up. To throw, Williams. And he takes this in. Touchdown, Chicago. The Bears take a lead just before the end of the third. Well, good luck stopping the big fella that close to the goal line, Brock. I've always thought that the distance right there is just made for tight ends to score touchdowns.
Yeah, and it's not just a sport that you also love to cover in basketball. It's all about matchups. You get near the red zone and into the end zone, matchups become critical. And when you got a dude like this that's a mismatch maker, you feed him.
Santos now for the extra point. Extra point sent right down the middle. And the Bears take a 4-point lead. Santos has it all teed up and ready to send this away. Here comes Williams on the return. He's stopped on the return at the 27. We've reached the end of the third quarter on this Thursday night. It's the Eagles in possession to start. They trail, but that lead is reachable. Drive starts out with a 1st and 10. Barkley on the shotgun handoff. And they'll only let him get up to around the 28 before taking him down. Just a gain of 1, and that brings up 2nd and 9. Hurts to throw. He's got Smith. And they finally bring him down, but that is a big gain and a new set of downs. That's going to pick up the 1st down after a gain of 26. New set of downs for him from the 46. First and 10. Here's Hurts. And there's a man there. It's intercepted. Picked by T.J. Edwards. And the Bears get it back at the 45-yard line following that interception return. He was trying to fit it into a window in the zone coverage, but by the time he let it go, boy, Brock, that lane had closed, and someone was there to make a play on it.
What you're trying to do in zone coverage defensively is make that quarterback see a window that isn't actually there. And as soon as he takes the bait and sends it over the middle, well, you got 1, 2, 3 defenders all there in range to go pick it off.
Chicago getting set to take the field now. They'll try to emphasize what worked on their last drive, which ended, Brock, in a touchdown. The Bears with some nice field position as they get set. 1st and 10. Now a give to Swift. And he's caught behind the line for a loss.
Well, he was supposed to be the one who chipped away a few and got a new set of downs started right in rhythm. Instead, he's now forced to pick himself from behind the line thanks to a great effort defensively.
All right, here we go. 2nd down. On the give, it's Swift. And this one does not go far. 3 yards puts them back on the right track. Now they've got 3rd and 9. Out of the gun, here's Williams. Has the connection to Adunze. And he's taken down directly on that 43-yard line. And that one goes for a gain of 11. And that's a Chicago first down. They'll run now with Swift. And he's brought down by a collective effort there. Only 1 yard on the carry.
It's plays like that, Kate, that I'm happy I'm the color analyst and you and your spotter are doing play-by-play. Because that was a massive humanity, a whole bunch of bodies to sort through for 1 yard.
They'll come to the line here, 2nd and 9. Staying grounded with Swift. And once again, he doesn't manage much before getting brought down. Call it 1 yard there. So consecutive 1 yard runs brings up 3rd and 8. Off the play fake, Williams. He's on the move. Oh, he's gonna run for it. It's a great pickup, 16 yards, and now they've got first down.
You know, these are the type of plays that really get an offense going. This is a chance for QB to inspire the guys around him. Calling his own number, carrying his teammates to a first down on that big run. That inflates an offense, and it can suck the wind out of that defense.
All right, set now, 1st and 10. Now an inside handoff to Swift. And all he can get is 1 yard. Ran that right into the defensive front.
New set of downs is not off to a real good start here, Kate. And I know every yard counts in this league, but that lone yard, it's not going to really change what they're thinking about doing here on 2nd down.
They'll come to the line here, 2nd and 9. Williams on the play action. Finds a man right side. And he's going to be stopped at the 17-yard line.
I'll tell you this, you don't want to make a living throwing into double coverage, but double coverage and still finding a way to beat the defense and haul it in. That's not a situation many players win, and there aren't a lot of quarterbacks willing to make that throw and trust their receiver to get it done.
On 3rd down, here's Swift. And they make the stop as that play reaches the 14-yard line. Give him 3 on that gain. And that's good for a Bears first down.
Okay, you know me, I can't resist. I thought we might have needed the old Gene Steratore index card down there, making a really close measurement to see if he got the first down or not. But in the end, well, the right call was made. He got just enough to move the chains.
Going to the ground again on 1st. And he's tackled after gaining a handful. First down play nets him 5. It's going to be 2nd and 5. Going to run again with Swift. And he'll go down shy of the end zone. They mark him at the 4. A gain of 5, and that brings us to the 2-minute warning. Battle coming up on 3rd and inches. Running behind center with Swift. And he's brought down real close to that goal line at the 1. Now just 4 seconds after our 2-minute warning, we've got another pause. Timeout taken by the defense. A touchdown will put this one to bed. A few shots at it here, starting with 1st and goal. Swift finds the end zone. Touchdown, Chicago. The Bears pick it off and get points on the ensuing drive. DeAndre Swift, the touchdown. Santos now for the extra point. The point after splits the uprights. And the Bears drive their lead to 11. Santos has it all teed up and ready to send this away. Here comes Williams on the return. This return makes it up to the 25. This offense and their quarterback making their way back out there, ready to take over once again. Offense ready to begin this drive, 1st and 10. Looking to throw here and shake off that previous INT. This finds Smith. And he's brought down after a short gain. Eagles hustling everyone back to the line. Here's 2nd and 7. Finds the in route complete. And he's going to be brought down at the 42. They gain 14 on the play. And that's a Philadelphia 1st down. Eagles hustling everyone back to the line. 1st down throwing for Hurts. Has a man, it's Brown. And he's taken down directly on that 43-yard line. Only one timeout remaining. They've got to work quickly here. It's 1st and 10. Hurts throwing again. Has him on the quick hitter. And not much doing. He stopped quickly.
Just stay on schedule. Just stay on schedule, right? SOS. Bad thing on a ship. Good thing on a football field. Even a little completion keeps this offense on schedule.
Eagles hustling everyone back to the line. Operating from the gun. Here's Hurts. That's into the hands of Barkley. And he's going to be taken down a yard shy of the 25. The Eagles decide to spend their 3rd and final timeout. And now they're powerless to stop that clock with a timeout at least. A new set of downs awaits them. Here's 1st and 10. Shotgun snap for Hurts. And this time they're going to get there, and they drop him. And the big play drives them backwards. 2nd down coming up.
You're not going to see it in the box score, Kate, at the end of the game, but that was some high-quality zone coverage right there. Great design, tremendous communication, everybody trusting one another, and it allowed them to just collapse that pocket and finally get home.
So the Bears take this one on the road. And it was a game for fans of high-scoring football, wasn't it? I know Brock was enjoying seeing both of these offenses work, and really not a lot to dislike from either group. Just one side working at a slightly better clip than the other. That was the difference in the win. And with Brock Heward and our EA Sports crew, I'm Kate Scott saying so long from this one. The Bears winners as we say so long from Philadelphia.